quite relaxed there, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Lots to get into. He talked about his side's good defensive record last season. Fourth most clean sheets for Manchester United last season in the Premier League. And they also faced some of the fewest shots as well, the fourth fewest shots on goal last season. So he's got a point when he talks about the defensive strength of Manchester United last season. But Michael, I mean, he wasn't giving too much away there because the supporters want to know about incomings, don't they?
Yeah, they do. It's frustrating for supporters, especially when they've seen other teams strengthening. But I think we know where Manchester United want to strengthen. We know that they've been after Jadon Sancho all summer. But we've also spoken on here about the options they've got at the back. And it's about the quality and quantity scenario. We know they've got a lot of defenders. And the only one we could probably gauge there in terms of Solskjaer being quite obvious is that Chris Smalling's future probably is in the air. And we saw Eric Bailly play against Luton the other night. Obviously, they kept a clean sheet. Gary Neville also mentioned, didn't he, about the pace that Manchester United lack at the back after the defeat against Crystal Palace. Eric Bailly is a fast defender. The only worry in Eric Bailly is his injury record. So not a lot to go on there with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and obviously fans are frustrated. But it was interesting to say it's not his job to keep players happy when talking about Marcos Rojo and Romero as well. Of course, they're very well covered in the goalkeeping department as well. So it's a bit of a wait and see, isn't it, for Manchester United? But you'd imagine, wouldn't you, that they've got to get a couple in. As I said, talking about other teams strengthening as well.
It's quite interesting to listen to Ollie there. He seems so relaxed about transfers, and particularly after that Luton Town Carabao Cup match, I was listening to him and I was thinking, do you know something there? He's giving off a vibe to me that potentially Manchester United might not sign anyone over the course of this window. I just get the feeling that he's really focusing on the players he had, and that was something he mentioned there in the press conference. Yeah,
what we do know about Chris Smalling is that Roma would like him back. There's been no agreement on a fee, but the Roma head coach has said in the past week that he's spoken to Chris Smalling about returning to the club and he would like it to happen. But as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer pointed out there is still lots to happen if Smalling was to leave and or be reintegrated back into the squad. Talking of outgoings now, he didn't specifically mention Jesse Lingard there, but he's someone who has been spoken about in the last week. What we do know is there's been no official offers to Manchester United for Jesse Lingard. And within the club at Old Trafford, there's a real mutual respect between Lingard and the club hierarchy and vice versa as well, for the way Jesse has conducted himself over the past few years and also the history that he has at Manchester United. Of course, United can't guarantee Lingard a starting place this season, but Lingard's contract runs out at the end of the season. United do have an option for a further year there. So would Lingard be at a crossroads in his career, do you think?
I think so. I think it's fair to say that Jesse Lingard's future at Manchester United looks in doubt, particularly with that contract situation. He's one of the famous Manchester United academy players that won the FA Youth Cup in 2010-11, and at the time that was a record 10th FA Youth Cup for Manchester United. That team included the likes of Paul Pogba, Michael Keane, Ravel Morrison, as well as Jesse himself. When you look at his statistics, his best United seasons were in 2016-17 with 42 appearances, and in 2017-18 his best for stats with 8 goals and 5 assists in the Premier League alone. Last season he got just the 1 Premier League goal in July, and at 27, if he's not a regular fixture now, he should probably be playing somewhere where he will be. And of course the big thing is the European Championships next summer. He's going to want to be in a side playing his very best if he wants to be playing for Gareth Southgate in England.
Do you not think as well though, guys, you know, we've got so many games in it's a short season, but it's probably the same amount of games. They've got the Champions League coming, Manchester United, the Carabao Cup still going on. And we look at other clubs as well, they're looking to sell as well. But the likes of Jesse Lingard, does he get involved with 1 or 2 injuries and all of a sudden he's straight back in? Will he be thinking about that? We know how much he loves Manchester United. Is it better for him maybe to wait and see if there are any injuries and all of a sudden he's back in the side?
I think the interesting thing as well is that this contract option that Manchester United have, they could extend his deal for another year, meaning he'll be at Old Trafford for 2 years and then loan him out for a season to get football, and then they can bring him back in a year's time and say, right, let's see how things work there. And that's the perfect scenario for everyone all around.